and welcome to St Albans Pottery. I'm Fiona Booy, and this first video is just to get you kicked off. You should already have received your starter pack. I'll just run through what will be in your pack. You should have 3 balls of clay. You'll either have air drying clay or you'll have standard clay. Both packs will have a pencil brush, a paintbrush, and a pointy stick, just a regular skewer. If you've gone for the standard clay, you will also get some special paint that you can use on the standard clay. This is actually liquid clay with some colouring in it. You'll have 6 of various different sizes. If you've got the air dry clay, you can use any kind of paint to decorate your pieces. So the normal school paint, acrylic paints, you can use that to decorate when you're finished. Right, you will also need a mat. I've got here an old book bag which I've cut up. You will also need a cup of water. You will also need your fingers. You also need to hunt around the house and see what you can find in terms of useful mark making. Pasta is actually one of my favourite. If you have a look here, you can see how this pasta is making a really good mark. Can you see it? Pens without the pen top. How do I get that? There you go, you can see it. And if you actually just boom, 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 you get some really good views with that. You can then also use the other end and you get some squiggly eyeballs. Other things you can use, forks. You can wander in the garden, find some stones, find some shells, sticks, Lego, any kind of thing. Just see what it is, test it on some clay, and you can see, here I'm just using my nails, what kind of little patterns you're going to get with what kind of things. Right? So what we're going to look at is how you need to build. Okay? Some of you will have worked a lot with clay, some of you won't work with clay at all. Most of you will have come across a little bit of clay at school. So I'm just going to run through some basics that you need to look at. So first of all, it's quite important how you build. Okay? No clay should be thicker than your finger. So here I've got a nice large lump that is going to be my animal. But actually if you look, it's hollow inside. So nothing here is thicker than my finger. The other thing you need to think about is you don't want things sticking out. Okay? This little lump really wants a tail. So instead of building a tail like that, you're actually going to curl it and stick it to the body. So a tail that's stuck to the body is a much better tail than one sticking out. Okay? You want to have no trapped air either. So if you've made this lump, okay, and you're going to then stick it to another piece where you've made other lumps, this by the way should be hollow, okay? At the end, you're going to pierce it so that it can dry inside nicely. Okay? A very important thing is cross-hatching. Whenever you want to join 2 bits of clay together, you'll want to do cross-hatching. What is cross-hatching? You get your very useful pointy stick. You get some lines, you might call them hashtags. You get your magic stick, you get some water, you dab the water on, you get your other piece, you cross hatch, dab with water, and then you can stick the 2 pieces together. Hand inside, and I'm squeezing both from the outside and the inside and putting that pressure on. That's where you can see that I'm actually sticking it together like that. All right? And that then is sticking the tail on. The other thing you might look at is different ways to do mark making. So your pointy stick, you can scratch on a smiley face. You might want to do some fur or some wings, something like that. That gives a nice pattern. You might want to use your nails onto there. Now you might want to add other bits and pieces, maybe some eyebrows. Again, you would cross hatch to do the eyebrows. And get your water, dab, 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 and stick them on. Another important thing is to name your work. You might want to have it named on the outside. I find it quite useful to put the year as well, so when you look back in 10 years' time you go, wow, I made that. Another important thing to think about is your clay. If it's starting to get too dry, you can put a bit of water on it and it'll wet it, and that will keep it firmer. If it starts cracking, you can wet it, but don't put too much water on because then it's all very slimy and quite hard to work with. When you're finished, try not to get any clay water down the sink. You might want to wash your hands and get the main bits off in this, and then you can swirl it and you can put it in a nearby bush. Clay is really fantastic because if you don't like what you've made, you can just wet it, squish it, and start again. I hope that was useful for you. Come and join me on the next project. See you there.